Hello guys, I welcome you all on The Catalyst. So today we are going to cover the second part of Yojana magazine, April 2021. So we will have one more session on this magazine. So on April 2021, we will have total 3 lectures and I will cover each and every articles in these 3 lectures. So this whole magazine of April is based on watershed management, water management, and for long term the India going to face this water crisis problem. And what will be the panacea, what will be the solution? These are solution with the help of schemes. Indian government is playing its part on it. So let's continue with the session, but before this you must know that these important topics related to water management will be important for your GS paper 3rd as well as in essay writing. So you can pick many points from here, and this magazine Yojana, the article is written by very important personalities, research scholars, and those research scholars important point: what is the fallout of this scheme, what is the pros of schemes, what is the cons of schemes. These all are covered under the articles of Yojana. In the same way, in Kurukshetra, all the rural management is covered there. So let's continue with this session. We have already covered 3 articles before. Now this one will be the 4th article from the Yojana magazine, April 2021. So given here that the article, heading of the article is Water Future in a Climate Risked World, the Indian Experience. Day by day we are facing many climate change problems all over the world. India is also the part of it, and day by day gradually the monsoon pattern, the cyclonic pattern, and all the humidity, temperature effect, this is drastically changed year on year. And in this climate risk world, somewhere there is heavy rain, somewhere there is lacking of rain. So what is the solution? So we must tackle this situation in many points. So in this article, it is explained that how we have tackled in the problems like 1980s and how we tackled the problem up to 2010 and now in these years हम लोग किस प्रकार से टैकल करें. So finally we come to the point that there should be a piped water, there should be a tapped water. It is the necessity, and that is why we have a scheme, that is Jal Jeevan Mission, Har Ghar Jal scheme. So how we are tackling this situation, even we are at the risk of climate change, and because of the climate change somewhere there is heavy rain, torrential rain, and one more thing, temperature is day by day increasing from the industrialization era 1750s to 2012, मतलब 2012 तक we have seen that there is 1 degree centigrade increase in overall temperature of the earth, and the average global temperature is what? It is 15 degrees centigrade. Now what we will see in 2100 year, we will see that there may be up to 4 degrees centigrade increment in the global temperature, and that will be disastrous, as well as what scientists have said that if we get this temperature increase, that means the causes will be irreversible. हम उससे पुनः बदल नहीं पाएंगे. That changes will be irreversible, and definitely some kind of ice age will be there to maintain the earth. So as you have seen that 5 ices is already happened on this earth. So let's see what all in this article. So one very important point, rain is decentralized and so is demand of water. What does it mean decentralized? Somewhere it is rain fed area, somewhere, like if I'll tell you, if it is coastal India and this one is Maharashtra and this one is the Western Ghat. Rainfall is much more higher. This is rain fed area, and in this Latur region there is lacking of water. There is always drought, and this situation is called rain is decentralized. It is not equitably distributed on India. So the demand of water, इसीलिए demand of water है. So the capture rain when and where it falls. Wherever rainfall is higher, there must water be captured and it will be equitably distributed. So this is whole. और इसी के लिए we have seen that Indian Railway is also working as Jaldoot. Jaldoot. So Jaldoot are trains which is providing the water supply. So this is how we will balance the different region. So water scarcity, day by day, gradually it is increasing. Water scarcity is indeed growing. Water scarcity is indeed growing. You will tell me that if we will use water, we are discharging it, and again the next year there will be rainfall. So where we have lacking of water, basically while we are discharging the water, we had it remain untreated, and that is why day by day the ocean, the pond, the all the reservoir, aquifers, each and everything is deteriorating its condition because of pollution. So, and that is why there is ecological imbalance. However, it is not inevitable that cities will run out of water. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि ऐसा नहीं है कि city run out of the water मतलब कि पानी पूरी तरह से खत्म हो जाए. This is due to the fact that water is replenishable resource. Replenishable, why we had said this? Because every year rainfall, it snows, it's rain each year, but we need treatment on water. More importantly, other than in case of agriculture, we do not consume water. Again, if we are applying water in agriculture, and you know the most part of the water is used by agriculture, but this water will either be percolate down in the earth, or it may be flow and reach to any pond or any reservoir. So ultimately it is reaching inside the earth, but basically in agriculture, because of the modern practices, we are using basically what? Fertilizers, and that is why again it is untreated. We do not consume water, we use and discharge, and therefore it can be treated and then reused and recycled. So this is one future we can change. This is a future where work is required, that means treatment of water. We need to get the policy and practices of water management rightly. सही तरीके से हमें वाटर मैनेजमेंट पॉलिसीज को अप्लाई करना होगा. Now you will see that in the era of 1980s, how we are managing the water resources. Later in 1990s and 2010, and later in present scenario. So how this water policy evolution happened. So in 1980s, water management was largely confined to issue of irrigation project. So one thing I want to just check that audio video is perfect or not. Yes, it is absolutely perfect here. So in 1980s, water management was largely confined to the issue of irrigation projects. देखिए, initially India was a primary there are the sectors in economy are primary sectors. We are mainly focused on irrigation, and since the Nehru era, what we want to become self-reliant on in agriculture, and that is why irrigation project, multi-purpose projects, dam, canals to store the supply of water to the long distance. But then came to a big drought in 1980s. It came to big drought, even though there were projects, but there was drought. It clear that it was not enough to plan augmenting water only through large project. So now it was clear to the policymaker for the water policy that only augmenting the large scale dam and projects is not the sufficient for country. Now again, in the drought of 1990s, state government launched massive program to capture rainwater. This is very important again. Massive program to capture rainwater. Manrega came into the form in 2005. Yes, that was Narega previously. So in this, the social participation, the public participation, public centric participation, and they dig many ponds, aquifers near around their villages, and all the water went to this pond and it filled the water blocks under earth. पृथ्वी के अंदर जो है water blocks को fill कर देता है. The state government launched massive program to capture rainwater. Later, these efforts coalesced into Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Guarantee Act, investing labor into building rural water assets. So gradually the things were changing from large project to public centric and water captured rainwater. This is what is a evolution in water policy. By this time, it also understood that groundwater considered minor resource and was the major supplier of water. That which was considered groundwater, like nowadays what we are using in agriculture, that is a pumped water, right? Submersible pumps are using there. Both the drinking water and irrigation nowadays, because you have already seen in the projects that while the water percolate down from the different layer of the earth, it automatically get purified, and if we will get this water, that will be potable, उसे पिया जा सकता है ना, drinkable. So in this way there was a policy shift. It was also understood that over 50% of the agriculture was still rain fed. 50% of the agriculture was still rain fed, but remaining 50% is dependent on the irrigation project, and irrigation may be from canal, maybe from pump, maybe from the water captured water. So the water conservation and the decentralized rainwater harvest. What is decentralized rainwater harvesting? That there must be not a large project that is centralized. There must be small project and decentralized, and was critical for productivity. So day by day we have changed the policy. Now there is again a change in 2010. What we had seen, there is a crisis of urban drought hit homes. There is a crisis of urban drought hit homes where there is lacking of water, and they need to make a policy, and that policy is what? There must be fixed amount of water per person per day. But again the policy evolved as it learned that augmenting water supply was only one part. Augmenting the water supply is only the one part of the challenge. The other challenge what? If we have any reservoir, aquifer, rivers, and if we are getting the water from pump to home of the people, we need a long distance source. We need pumping, we need pipe led discharge, and that is why day by day there is accordingly creation of the all infrastructure. So now this infrastructure, and presently what we are talking about, Jal Jeevan Mission, it made available water expensive, no doubt. Because of this expensive infrastructure, it make the water expensive, and more inequalities, obviously, because India का जब Gini coefficient देखेंगे, we are performing worst, because there is a larger gap in poor and the rich, and that is why there is inequality while we are getting water. As water supply dried up, people turn to groundwater. Obviously, whenever there is a lacking of water, all the rich people having their uh, pump system, and they will use that without recharge. And without recharge, because what is happening actually, let assume that this is a city like Delhi. All the Delhi, most of the Delhi part is covered by homes, roads, infrastructures, and that is why there is no ground recharge. There is no percolation of water, and that is why there is a lacking of water in the underground water. So this means day by day it is declining the water level, and water supply was linked to pollution. Obviously water supply will link to pollution too. The more the water supplied, the more is wastewater generated, because we have all the pit holes, all the different nali system, and that will again untreated water we are using. So ultimately it will reach to river, or either in reservoir. Without adequate treatment lead to pollution in the river, and ultimately it reach to the river. And ultimately देखिए, we have infused millions of dollars, we have infused crores of thousands of crores on Ganga, but it is not purifying. Why? Because we need a holistic approach. We need a holistic approach. We should give some incentive. We should have some hard step against the companies around the those which are untreated fluid directly into river Ganga. So this is what happening day by day, and no doubt we are using water is replenishable, but ultimately what is happening, we have polluted water all over, even in underground. So day by day what we had seen in underground water have different type of disformity, like many of the harmful fluoride, sulfur, etc. Day by day it is increasing in the groundwater. So later research revealed that bulk of the urban resident depends on site sewage. So on site sewage, that means if this is my home, and we have a on site sewage. That means we have a pond where all the shit is going here. So there is no disposal again, as they are not connected to the underground sewerage network. So nowadays what is happening, we are conducting underground sewerage network. Ultimately that will go to the city's sewerage treatment plant, and the water will be purified, and that purified water will be went into the agriculture area, and the solid sludge will be used in different agriculture form. So the new solution emerged. If the affordable water supply was critical, then cities need to cut the length of their distribution pipeline. So यदि ऐसा होता है तो new solution आया है, and what is that? Let me clear once. So to cut the length of their distribution pipeline, if city needed to ensure affordable sanitation, there must be affordable sanitation for all, and affordable treatment of the water on site system could be re-engineered so that waste was collected from each household, transport, and that should be treated. So this is a new, and nowadays what is happening in big cities, this is happening. Even any city consists of 1 lakh above population, here also this same process is working. So we have learned that urban industrial wastewater is treated from reuse, then water is not lost. If the all urban industrial wastewater is treated by the same company on site, so we will not lose the water aquifers, we will not lose the water river, water ponds, etc. So the Indian experience shows the world how water management can be reinvented. So this is a new experience we are facing and we are doing in this dimension and with affordable and sustainable way. It put water in the hand of communities. Directly what we are doing, we are putting the water in the hand of communities so that the untreated waste should be collected at one point and the remaining water should be left, and that should be treated water so that there will be lack of pollution, and focused on decentralized recharge and reuse. So different location पर different इस प्रकार के इंजीनियरिंग वर्क किए जाएं. मेकिंग वाटर एवरीबडीज बिजनेस is the only way ahead. So last but not the least, this is an important line, that water is everybody's issue. So making water everybody's business is the only way ahead. The government's Har Ghar Jal mission has recognized the fundamental flaw in the water infrastructure project and therefore has stressed on sustainability as key objective. So हर घर जल मिशन में भी क्या है, फ्लॉ क्या है? दिस इज अ फ्लॉ that if we will provide each and every one water supply, that means major water, like we had said that 55 liter per person per day. What does it mean? That means every day, on daily basis, previously it was 3 crore household. Now it will become 7 crore household of India, those who will have 55 liter per person per day. Ultimately, this whole water will be untreated. If it will be untreatedly supplied to the river system, ultimately that will cause pollution, and that is why there is a fundamental flaw here. So we need to back this Har Ghar Jal mission with treatment of the water, and ultimately it will left to the reservoir. So this is requirement here. So now the required focus is on improving the durability of water asset that is created. ये point आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा important है, that I told recently, very important. It means ensure that ponds or lake or tank is not encroached, that the watershed is not destroyed. देखिए watershed को destroy ना किया जाए. Pond, lake, tank जो होते हैं, what we had seen that all the powerful with the muscles power, all the bahubalis are encroaching the lake, tank areas, and due to this there may be destroy of watershed program. So the problem lies in the fact that one more very important point is here. Land and water bureaucracies are fractured. What we had seen, there must be some consensus, there must be some unanimity, but what we had seen, land and water bureaucracies are far different. There is no communication properly. There must be a single body here, but somebody owns pond, another agency drain, and yet another the catchment. So all these have fractured. So there is also again a policy paralysis, because it will have red tapeism in this area. Water security requires this to change. This means giving much greater control over the water structure to the local community. This is the last resort, that everybody's affair. Water is everybody's affair, and this should be control should be given to the water structure to the local community, and is then the answer to water management. Ultimately, it should be people centric. So what is the conclusion of this whole article? Our water future is about our water wisdom. Our water future is about how judiciously we are treating water. In this, we must recognize that water and culture go together. देखिए, कल्चर की बात करें आप, इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन में देखिए, देयर वाज अगेन अ ग्रेट कल्चर देयर. सो there must be people who educated in regard of water management, water shortage is not about the mere failure of rain. ऐसा नहीं है water failure केवल shortage of rain है. Many times we had seen that even 2 to 3 to 4 years there is no rain water, but still they could manage. It is about the failure of society. देखिए, it is about the failure of society to live and share its water endowment. वाटर को प्रॉपर तरीके से यूज करना, ये सब सोसाइटी के ऊपर है. हाउ वी आर शेयरिंग इट, दिस इज रिक्वायर्ड हियर. सो आई थिंक आपको यहां पर लैंग्वेज पार्ट भी क्लियर हुआ होगा. यू कैन इजीली डाउनलोड दिस फाइल, है ना. यू विल हैव दिस कंटेंट, सो प्लीज गो थ्रू अगेन. एंड द सेकेंड आर्टिकल इज बेस्ड ऑन अशरिंग अ सोशल रेवोल्यूशन. एक सामाजिक क्रांति की आवश्यकता है, जैसा कि प्रीवियस आर्टिकल में भी बताया था. यहां पर हम लोग कुछ ये भी देखेंगे कि ड्यू टू द लैकिंग ऑफ वाटर देयर इज इंपैक्ट ऑन जेंडर गैप, वाटर एंड जेंडर. सो एंड वन मोर थिंग व्हाट वी विल कवर हियर इज अगेन द रिच एंड पुअर गैप. सो in until August 15, 2019, only 2.23 crore rural household out of total 19.18 crore had piped water connection. All over India, there are total household number is 19.18 and only 2.23. And after this Har Ghar Jal Yojana scheme, we will have around 7 crore household will have tap water. Now, because of this, there is many cultural and social impact because of lacking of water supply. One more thing is what we had seen, a woman always move in search of water, and many times in a specific region they have to go for 2 to 3 hours only for the potable water. So the girl's life is much more affected due to the water crisis in the specific region. And here what is covered in this article, women and girl in India spend considerable time, and it is 352 minutes per day. You know that in a family where female is working much more work, and per day 350 minutes per day, it is up to not every female, but it is up to 352 minutes per day performing domestic chores, collecting drinking water for their families constitutes a major part for drinking water. Many time, because many time it is around 4 to 6 hours they need to reach that aquifer. So, and ultimately they had to work more for family, and ultimately there is a gender divide. Why? Because of this situation, people do not send their girl child to schools, and again here a gender disparity, and ultimately in India, that is why one of the reason that India has male chauvinist or male dominant society. This pose a major barrier to the enrollment of girls in school, especially in those belonging to the poor household. So it is very clear to you. Variability in the water supplies due to heavy dependence on monsoon, rainwater, groundwater add up. देयर वैगरीज, इनकी समस्याओं को, वैगरीज का मतलब परेशानियों को और भी ज़्यादा बढ़ा देता है. इट एग्जर्बेट्स का मतलब क्या होता है? और भी ज़्यादा दाहक, और भी ज़्यादा. एंड दिस इज इट एग्जर्बेट्स द जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी. ये और भी ज़्यादा, मतलब ये कह लीजिए कि जले पे नमक का काम करता है, मतलब इनइक्वालिटी को और भी ज़्यादा बढ़ा रहा है. राइट? सो but it is not in every region, some particular region this situation is happening. It is well known that extreme weather events like drought have a devastating impact on weaker section of the society. See, when we have all the resources, that means we can focus in the particular work. For example, if I'll talk to you, even I'm talking to myself, I get each and everything on time, you will get each and everything on time. If you are living in the hostel, you are getting each and everything on time, and only focus of yours is studies. But weaker sections have many problems. We cannot even define like health, infrastructure, even water supply, basics necessity. So as they lose out on livestock and crop yield, so impact on weaker society as they lose out on livestock and crop yield. तो यहाँ पर क्या होता है, वीकर सेक्शन में फार्मर की बात करें तो क्रॉप यील्ड पर भी डिपेंड करता है कि उनका कितना अर्निंग रहेगा. फूड प्राइसेस शॉट अप एंड इट has crippling effect on their health and nutrition if food price increased. So what is happening basically, if food prices will increase, they have to remain some very cheaper quality of food, and that is why there will be lacking of health and nutrition, and ultimately what will happen, malnutrient India. So it is ultimately affecting our human capital. And when we are talking about India, here in India, the working age group is largest in the world. And if we are talking about working age group, we are pressing on this this form of the working age group, that India is largest number of working age group, and they are malnutrient, so they will be not that productive. So ultimately we have largest working age group, still we are not that much productive, and that is why they must require inflation should be in controlled manner. Inflation should be in control of the government. As per the study, it was observed that women who have experienced large number of dry shocks, below average rainfall during infancy, 29% more likely to have their child suffer through some of the anthropometric failure. देखिए क्या होता है, as per the study that women who experience large number of dry shock, यदि कोई महिला है और उसकी जीवन में she had seen below average rainfall and during infancy, जब कोई बच्चा है उसका 29% मोर लाइकली टू हैव चाइल्ड सफर, तो उसका बच्चा बचपन से, हम लोग हमेशा कहते हैं चाइल्ड केयर इज इंपॉर्टेंट इन द अर्ली स्टेज. वी नीड टू प्रोवाइड प्रोटीन एंड अदर न्यूट्रिएंट मोर एंड मोर सो दैट देयर मे बी नो इम्पैक्ट ऑन द बॉडी ऑफ द चाइल्ड, एंड देयर मे नॉट बी द malnutrient child in India. But due to below average rainfall, it will make inflation higher, and if inflation higher, ultimately this situation of health and nutrition, and that is why there is anthropometric failure. And what is it, that the body mass index will be less, height जिसे हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, एडिपोज टिश्यू प्रॉपर नहीं है, फैट प्रॉपर नहीं है, स्टंटिंग और वेस्टिंग, these two terms used to come in mind. So body circumference, that means that is circumference is less, skin fold thickness. So this is what anthropometric measurement, a series of quantitative measurement of the muscles, bone, adipose tissue used to assess the composition of body. So there is long lasting impact until the whole life of such infant, in his whole life he will face many problem. We need to invest large amount in health for that candidate, and even that person will not be that productive. So there will be a flaw in the demographic dividends. What is demographic dividends? Again, demographic dividend क्या होता है? Working age group जो कि 15 से, what is working age group? 15 to 64 age group में all the people are coming, है ना, who have the burden of the old age as well as of children's. These are the working age group. और इसीलिए भारत का जो डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड वो बहुत ज्यादा है, बट मेल न्यूट्रिशन होगा, सब कुछ चेंज हो जाएगा. एंड देखिए इनडायरेक्टली हाउ द रेनफॉल इज अफेक्टिंग द लाइफ ऑफ पीपल, दिस वी नीड टू एड्रेस. वाटर इज एंश्योर्ड एज ह्यूमन राइट. देखिए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. एक तो वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड दैट क्लीन वाटर इन SDG Sustainable Development Goal 6 covers that there should be clean water supplied to every human being. Now human rights in resolution number 64 by 292, water is enshrined as human right of the UNGA, United Nations General Assembly, which calls upon government to ensure adequate and affordable quantities of safe water and domestic use. So every human being should have at least water, and this is that is decided by, in India it is 55 liter per person, या फिर you can say 55 liter LPCD. What is the full form of it? 55 liter per capita per day, मतलब पर पर्सन ही हो गया, पर कैपिटा पर डे. दिस इज व्हाट LPCD. द टैप वाटर कनेक्शन इज बीइंग प्रोवाइडेड टू एवरीवन, एंड वही हर घर जल स्कीम जो है उसके तहत. सो लेट्स सी. लेकिन देखिए यहां पर हर घर जल जो स्कीम है, जल जीवन मिशन जो स्कीम है, जो 2024 तक कंप्लीट होगी, ये एक पीपल सेंट्रिक स्कीम है. और जब हम लोग पाइप इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पूरे भारतवर्ष के एक एक विलेजेस में वाटर सप्लाई को पहुंचाएंगे, तो यहां पर एम्प्लॉयमेंट विल ऑल्सो बी प्रोवाइडेड. इन द सेम वे व्हाट वी हैड सीन, वी हैव अ सक्सेसफुल स्कीम फ्रॉम 2014 to 2019, and that is Swachh Bharat Mission. In the same way, here also people get employment along with sanitation, along with water treatment here, because if we have open defecation all over India, ultimately it is polluting water resources. So any scheme should have manifold impact, yes or no? A tap water connection is being provided to everyone with the approach no one is left behind. This is the approach, no one is left behind, and priority will be given to the villages with a majority of SC/ST population. Secure 55 LPCD. It provide to be a social revolution, और ये एक सामाजिक क्रांतिकारी कदम है. द एंटायर मिशन फॉलो अ बॉटम अप अप्रोच. ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, नीति आयोग का भी प्रोसेस है ये. सो काइंडली टेल मी व्हाट इज द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ नीति. बॉटम अप अप्रोच क्या होता है कि लोगों की मदद से हम लोग एक अप्रोच, कुछ सजेशन भी लोगों की तरफ से भी आए, साथ में वो काम भी कर रहे हैं, एंड अल्टीमेटली वी आर creating a successful scheme mission. It requires the formation of village water and sanitation committee. तो यहां पर देखिए पीपल सेंट्रिक है, पानी समिति बनाई जा रही है, विलेज के लोग वहां पे सॉल्यूशन देंगे. That will prepare a 5-year village action plan. These committee are mandated to have 50% of women member. तो अगेन यहां पर देखिए महिला मेंबर को यदि शामिल कर रहे हैं तो यहां पर पीपल पार्टिसिपेशन बहुत अच्छा होगा. यस और नो कमेटीज बन रही, सोशल ऑडिट भी हो गया एक तरह का. एंड वी हैव अ राष्ट्रीय जल जीवन कोष इज टू सेट अप फॉर एक्सेप्टिंग कंट्रीब्यूशन फ्रॉम प्राइवेट प्लेयर. और यहां पर देखिए राष्ट्रीय जल जीवन कोष भी है जिसमें प्राइवेट प्लेयर भी जो है, नॉट ओनली इंडियन गवर्नमेंट बट प्राइवेट प्लेयर भी इन्वेस्टमेंट या कंट्रीब्यूशन कर सकते हैं. सो वाटर यूजेज स्टैटिस्टिक्स, ये आपके फैक्ट्स के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, कई बार प्रीलिम्स में आ सकते हैं. कई बार आप जो है कोट कर सकते हैं इन स्टेटमेंट को, तो अबाउट 78% ऑफ वाटर इज यूटिलाइज गोज टू एग्रीकल्चर। दिस इज लार्जेस्ट, दिस इज ह्यूमंगस, सबसे ज्यादा। 8% गोज टू 8%। देखिए व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम इन एग्रीकल्चर, वी आर यूजिंग फर्टिलाइजर। 8% goes towards domestic uses, 6% used in industries, and domestic uses is 8%, and remaining 8% goes in other uses. So highest in agriculture, and many the water guzzling crops. Now we need to have a managed irrigation, that is sprinkle or drip irrigation. India's per capita water availability in year on year is declining. It reduced from 1816 cubic meter in 2001 to 1545 cubic meter in 2011. Why it is declining? Because day by day we are not consuming water, basically we are polluting water. We are already in the water stress situation, and defined by per capita availability is less than 1700 cubic meter. So day by day the situation is deteriorating, and water governance issue, तो इसके लिए what we are doing, water governance issue क्या है? तो पहला पॉइंट तो ये है, मेकिंग एडिक्वेट क्वांटिटी ऑफ ड्रिंकिंग वाटर अवेलेबल टू द पीपल। तो सबसे पहले इतना एडिक्वेट वाटर तो हो कि पीने का पानी बिल्कुल स्वच्छ हो। जैसे 2041 में what will happen in Mumbai, there will be no even potable water properly, and that is why they had planted desalination plant. Improving low water use efficiency in irrigation and industry, yes, that is sprinkle and drip irrigation. We must use new technologies, and not only this, but we can also apply high yielding varieties. We can also use drought resistant seeds, है ना, drought resistant seeds, and tackling pollution of water bodies, मतलब treatment of water. There must be grey water management. We have discussed about this in previous lecture. Grey water management, recycle and reuse, these all are required here. So in this dimension, much needed policy reform had happened. So this you can again quote May 2019. What happened? A highest level creation with Jal Shakti Ministry, and the main aim was to bring all the aspect of water under a single umbrella. It was a good initiative, and PM and Jitendra Singh Shekhawat is the minister. India's national water policy shift from compartmentalized approach to a comprehensive or holistic approach. This was a required step, that we need not have different organization bodies and there may be policy paralysis. There must be a centralized system, and that is why they created Jal Shakti Ministry. And this Jal Shakti Abhiyan first launched in 2019 and is water conservation campaign, community awareness. This is the most important part of it. Community awareness, mobilization. People should be taken in the streamline, they should be educated so that they can understand the core value of water management, core of the campaign. Piped water delivery, I have already discussed about this. Jal Jeevan Mission, Union Budget ने अभी हाल ही में मैंने recently in the current affair classes I have discussed that around 5,000 plus crore, 5,800 crore, around this amount is distributed for 4 states. Here we have total 15 states and other states are also joining day by day in this Jal Jeevan Mission. So for this improvement per drop more crop, this is again an important part to utilize water, because I had already said that 78% of water went to agriculture. So Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana promotes water use efficiency, different drip and sprinkle irrigation is promoted by the government of India, provided impetus to micro irrigation in the country, and that is why they are providing some pumps and various micro irrigation fund to the people so that they can get this whole infrastructure. So NABARD, so 5,000 crore was created with the NABARD during 2018-19. National Water Mission to optimize water use efficiency by 20%. This is again very important point. Not only we are using water, but we are using water efficiently, and there must be a university. देखिए in the world there are specific university. In the same way we should have a think tank. We should have a think tank regarding the water utilization. What are the areas which are dark areas where water is malefficiently created some problem, pollution, etc. So we need to tackle these problems. National Water Mission has been a nudge various stakeholders to see water as limited resources through campaign of Catch the Rain. Yes, Catch the Rain, Shahi Fasal. So these all are the some solution. So ultimately water pollution, national project on aquifer management envisages the formulation of aquifer management plans to facilitate sustainable management of ground water. तो एक्विफर्स क्या होते हैं? जो भी ग्राउंड वाटर रिचार्ज होता है, परकोलेशन डाउन होता है, तो वी नीड टू मैनेज एक्विफर्स, एंड इसके लिए मनरेगा स्कीम के तहत जो हम लोग डिग दी पॉन्ड एक्सेट्रा नियर अराउंड द विलेज, ये वहां पर काम करेगा. सो इस तरह से कुछ स्ट्रेंथ हैं, वीकनेस हैं, आप लोग जरूर यू मस्ट कवर दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द पॉइंट्स, यू कैन राइट इट डाउन. हमेशा एक स्वॉट एनालिसिस करना हमेशा जरूरी है. तो आई हैव स्पेसिफिकली एडेड ईच एंड एवरीथिंग ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, बट पॉइंट टू पॉइंट यू वांट, यू शुड गो थ्रू विद दिस पीडीएफ, राइट. सो आई थिंक ये ऑलरेडी कवर हो चुका है, शायद 2 बार कवर हो गया है. और ये हम लोग नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल में देखेंगे. नमामि गंगे का हिस्सा है. वी विल कवर दिस इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. सो टोटल 3 लेक्चर विल बी हियर, and next we will cover March 2011 Yojana magazine. So all the solution, all the fallouts, all the problems, and how we can evaluate a new policy regarding water. This is very important for the present scenario, because it is seen that there may be the World War III that will be based on water. So there must not be any kind of crisis, and that is why we need to manage it as we should think as an early bird. यदि हम early start करेंगे management, we will not have any problem in future. But if we will have again red tapeism in this policy, so we are going to face many problem ahead, because India's population is world largest by 2025. 2025 के बाद दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी आबादी होगी भारत की, and we need to tackle this problem of water supplies. Yes or no? So I think हम मॉडल हम लोग देखेंगे. आज के लिए इतना ही है. We'll meet soon in the next lecture. Thank you so much and stay tuned. God bless you all.